Adding context is a key concept that directly relates to identifying the right metrics and visuals to include in a dashboard. You see, context is what gives numbers meaning, and it helps users interpret those numbers accurately. For example, imagine your doctor telling you that your triglyceride index is 12.9 and then just walking away. You'd probably be left there wondering what that means, right? I mean, should you be happy? Should you be concerned about that number? I mean, what even is a triglyceride index? Bottom line, the information your doctor gave you didn't help at all. Now, this is a made-up example, and a triglyceride index isn't a real thing, don't worry, but that same logic applies to dashboard. If you share numbers without context, then you're asking the end user to draw their own conclusions, and that's not what you want. The good news, though, is that there are plenty of ways to add context, and let me highlight this by sharing a more appropriate example. Imagine we're showing this KPI card in a sales dashboard. What does that tell the end user? Well, just that we had 694 sales in October, right? But now let's add some context. So we still have our original KPI value, but now we also have the performance against comparable periods, in this case last month and last year. We have a performance comparison against the target. We're showing trending and seasonality over time and against the previous year. And we're comparing against highs and lows for the year. So we could have just said that we drove 690 sales in October. But by adding context, we've now told a much more meaningful and compelling story. We know that sales are down this month, but they're still better than last year. We know that we exceeded our target the last 2 months after falling short in August. We're seeing an upward trend in 2020, but still below our July peak. And based on seasonality, we can expect a strong finish to the year. And that makes for a much more useful dashboard. So, when trying to find the right metrics to include in your dashboard, start with the top-line KPIs that are relevant to your end users first, and then add the necessary context around them to tell a clear, comprehensive story.